Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Alright, so how's everyone enjoying your favorite green day? I hope everyone's having a nice day. Got to sit outside and got some sun today. I really enjoy a nice warm day where I get to just enjoy nature. Sit outside, feel the sun. It felt really good. Just relaxed and had a really nice day, talked to some neighbors, and just kind of chilled and enjoyed a nice warm day. And Etalon is going to come home. If you guys don't know who Etalon is, that is Zen, the billionaire boss, my fiance. He's going to come home and he's going to make us some shamrock shakes. Pretty stoked about that. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to talk about my topic for the day. A lot of people have been asking me questions about their friends. They feel bad about letting old friends go, and they're basically they're carrying a lot of guilt. Okay, they're carrying a lot of guilt because some people are saying that their friends are acting kind of mean to them, or they're saying and they don't know why. And they're also saying that a lot of them just want to let a lot of their old friendships go, and I think I know why. And a lot of it's because of the pandemic, okay? And a lot of it is because we're closed up in our houses, okay? And that's why I went outside today and I enjoyed just some time outdoors and in the sunshine and everything like that. I think we forget that we can go outside, okay? I think we forget that the sun is free. All right, and going outside is free, and sitting outside and enjoying the outdoors is free. Okay, you can sit outside and enjoy nature. You can still go outside and do that. Okay, but a lot of people, I think we've forgotten to go outside and have fun. But a lot of people have found out that a lot of our relationships are kind of falling apart. A lot of us have formed new relationships, but a lot of people, when we talk about our relationships, a lot of people are talking about our friendships falling apart. All right, and a lot of people are coming to me and saying, I can't be friends with my friends anymore. All right, and a lot of people are saying, I feel guilty because I want to let my friends go. And I'm like, well, what's going on? And they're like, a lot of my friends are just saying, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And they're insulting them, and they're insulting their girlfriend or their boyfriend or the person they're going to even marry, or they're just being rude and disrespectful, or they're just doing things like canceling plans with them all the time, or they're just not fun to hang out with anymore, because a lot of people have forgotten how to hang out and have fun. Okay, so here's the thing. If your friends are hanging around with you and they're disrespecting you, and they're disrespecting the person you're with, and they're canceling plans, or they're always changing plans, or they're just being a pain in the A, okay, you're not really required to be friends with them anymore, all right? And I think what the thing is I think people have forgotten how to make friends, all right, because we've been so busy doing this like 6 feet away from each other and covering our face up. Covering our face up, if you didn't hear me when I put my hand over my mouth. Okay, so I think we're used to hiding our face, and we're used to physically distancing ourselves from other people, and we're afraid to catch germs from each other, and we're not hanging around with people, and we're having to cut a lot of people loose. I think we're afraid of making new friends. All right, so I think a lot of our old friends are getting on our nerves because we're just having to limit ourselves to knowing a few people, and the few people that we're hanging around with are just getting on our nerves, and we're afraid to let those people go. All right, if those people are being major class jerks, just let them go. All right, there's other ways to meet other people. I mean, you can see someone at the park who has the same kind of dog as you and just like strike up a conversation with them. Or just smile at someone, or hey, I like your outfit, or something like that. I mean, it's really easy if you're halfway friendly to make another friend. Okay, you could know somebody on social media and be like, hey, do you want to hang out and get coffee, or do you want to go shopping, or do you want to do something? I mean, just ask someone if they want to do something with you, because if your old friends are just being, jerks, you're not required to hang out with them, okay? I think we're afraid to just let old friendships go. Some people that you're hanging out with don't want to hang out with you anymore. Okay, and they're making excuses not to hang out with you, and they're kind of blowing you off and stuff like that, but you're just kind of hanging on to them. I think we have this scarcity mindset with the pandemic, and we're just hanging on to people that really don't want to hang out with us anymore. And this guy was telling me today that he's been friends with this guy since kindergarten, and now they're in their senior year of high school, and this guy's just basically telling him, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, bruh. I don't like you. And he's insulting this guy's girlfriend, and he's saying, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. And he's just basically telling him that, and the guy is still chasing him and trying to be his friend. And I'm like, look, I go, you guys are practically adults now, and he doesn't want to be friends with you anymore. And he goes, I don't know what to do about it. I go, well, what you have to do about it is just stay away from him, hon. That's what you have to do about it. I'm sorry, but he doesn't want to hang out with you anymore. You know, and it was really hard to tell him that, but you know, because they've been friends since they were little kids. Like, you know, they were friends on the first day of kindergarten. And I go, you guys are almost adults now. And I go, you have a girlfriend now, and this guy keeps disrespecting your girlfriend. Are you going to let him do that? Or you just got to just cut him loose, okay? Like, what's his problem? And he goes, well, all he does is he just wants to do drugs and he just wants to skate. I go, well, then let him do drugs and skate. I go off with your girlfriend and do, you know, stuff that guys do with their girlfriends. I go, just leave him be. Because that's what he's choosing to do. He wants to go get high and he wants to skate, and that's just what he wants to do with his life, okay? He doesn't want to hang out with you anymore. You have a girlfriend now, and you guys, you know, are choosing a different path, all right? So he doesn't want to hang out with you anymore. I'm sorry. You know, and he goes, well, we used to be like brothers. We used to talk every day and do this, that, and the other. And I go, well, people who do drugs, all right, their lives are different than people who don't do drugs. Okay, and you're also in a relationship. And people who are in relationships, their lives are different than people who aren't in relationships. All right, it's a night and day difference, but especially when you're on drugs, your life is completely different than sober people. It's really just a night and day difference, and you're just going to have to leave them alone. You guys may end up friends in the future, but you really just need to leave them alone. And I'm really sorry to tell you that. You may be able to hang out with them in the future, but just not now. And I'm really sorry. I know you guys have been friends throughout your entire childhood, and I'm really sorry that he's just being a serious jerk right now. But I felt bad. But there's these adults where they're just kind of like, hey, every time I try to, you know, get together with so-and-so, they always cancel plans, or they want to change the plans that I made with them. And I'm like, oh, trust me, there's a lot of that going around right now. You try to do something with somebody, and they always want to change the plans. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to tolerate it when people change plans when I'm trying to do something with them. If you really don't want to do the thing we set out to do, forget about it. I mean, seriously. If it just is too boring for you or whatever, no. Or if you want to cancel things at the last minute, like, you know, I had to get the money together to do this. I had to set aside all these things I was going to do because of this. I have to get up early to do this or whatever, and then you're just like, no, at the last minute. Don't do that. Don't pull my chain like that. That's totally mean. Just don't hang out with people that do that to you. And it could be because they're poor planners or they have anxiety or whatever, but you can't really, what can you do with people like that? Not much. I mean, they need to get it together. They need to not do that to you. That's just really not fair, okay? So you need to just go find other people who are more vibe with you, you know, that who just don't do that to you. It's just not, it's not fair, and it's their problem. You can't sink to their level and make your life revolve around them, because they're going to be letting you down all the time, and you have to look at it that way. You have to go do things with people who are not going to do stuff like that to you, okay? Because they really need to get it together. And that sounds really mean and stuff like that, but you can't hang around with people like that who are going to let you down like that, okay? So, and a lot of people, they blame their anxiety, they blame their depression, and they blame stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, they just really don't want to hang out with you. All right. Sorry, that's just the truth. So you have to find out, you know, find people who are willing to do things with you. All right. And, you know, I know that sounds really mean what I just said, but, there are all these different people that you're missing out on doing things with because they're hanging on to old friendships that aren't working anymore. All right, so here's another thing about friendships. Sometimes you have these people who are obsessed with you. All right. Now, sometimes these people are same-gendered people who are obsessed with you. Okay, if you're a girl and another girl has like a girl crush on you, okay, you don't know if this girl, if it's like a romantic crush or not. Sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. Okay, here's something you need to keep in mind. That girl is probably spreading rumors about you. All right, because it's happened to me a few times, and every single time that girl was spreading rumors about me. And I did nothing to her but just not want to hang around her. And then, like, she felt rejected by me, so she would spread rumors about me, and it would get back to me, and I'd be like, oh my God, that is so not even true. Like, where was she even coming up with that? Making up stories about me. And it would like, and people would come up and tell me, and I'd be like, that's not even true. She said that about me. And then the girl would come up and practically just kiss my butt and be like obsessed with me and all this. And I'd be like, yeah, I know what you're saying about me. Like, you know, don't even try to hang out with me. 'Cause, you know, people came up and told me what you were saying, you know, I know all about it. And, you know, I wouldn't hang out with the girl, but they get, people get obsessed with you, and it's same gender crushes and same gender obsessions, and they make stuff up about you because they're crazy. Okay, so don't even feel flattered if you're a girl and another girl gets this like obsession with you and is trying to be friends with you, and you don't want to be friends with her. Okay, she's making up stories about you. So don't hang out with her because she's nuts. Okay, so that's happened a few times where I've had girls get these weird like same gender crushes or whatever, or like they were friends I didn't want to hang out with anymore, and they were making up stories about me, and it got back to me, and I'd be like, no, that's just a chick I didn't want to hang out with, and that's why she's making stuff up about me. And they're like, yeah, that's what we thought, you know. And I said, trust me, you know, she's probably spreading rumors about other people too, you know. So I don't know if there were like drugs involved or what it was, but these are just when people make up stories about other people, they do it so you don't notice the things that are wrong about them. Okay, and I think they do it for attention. And I think they do it because they feel rejected. And, you know, like, I didn't want to hang out with them because I sensed there was something wrong with them. Like, I just don't think they're, like, good company. I think they're just, and it's probably because they were talking about other people, and I don't want to hang out with people that are talking about other people. I mean, why do I want to hang out with that negative, you know, people that vibe like that? They're, you know, negative vibes. I'm like, wow, all they do is like gossip about other people. I really don't want to hang out with people that gossip about other people. So, you know, they're talking about me, they're talking about other people, and they're all making stuff up about other people all the time. I mean, why do I want to be around someone like that? So, yeah. So, you know, they admire you, but they have to talk stuff about you because they, you know, they don't want people to know that, you know, you rejected them. So, yeah, sometimes they're physically attracted to you, but they're kind of hating on you too. So you kind of have to watch out for that, and that happened a few times. So I don't know. I'd like to caution you about that. And that happens with guys too. You don't think guys are gossipy, but they are. A lot of guys have a problem with acting very feminine these days. You never know, like, what kind of guys have a feminine side. Men like to gossip. you would really be surprised. So guys are getting down like that. Guys are gossiping about other guys and just telling stories on other guys. So watch out if you're a guy and you feel like a guy has like a guy crush on you and is always offering to do you favors. Oh, do you want to ride home? And like getting in your face and like, you know, asking you a bunch of personal questions and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of like the male version of what I just said, like the girls were doing to me. So you guys have to really watch out with that like toxic, you know, like bro thing that they're trying to do. It's like the same kind of thing. But you know, the world is a big place, and there are a lot of people that you can be friends with, and don't be afraid to reject people if they're just kind of giving you a creepy vibe, okay? You're going to be okay. There's a lot of people you can hang out with, and it's okay to just do things, you know, by yourself. If you want to just like relax in the park and, you know, just get some sun and just draw a picture or do something like that, that's fine too. All right, because it's a really good time. It's really sunny outside. It's a nice time to be outside. So it's okay not to want to be around people that are just making you feel bad. A lot of people are just asking me, they're like, I really just don't want to hang out with my friends anymore. And I'm like, are those really your friends, or are they just people you're associating with? Because a friend is someone that you could actually talk to about your problems. A friend is someone you actually want to be around. Do you really want to be around those people? They aren't really your friends if you don't want to be around them. I mean, everyone gets on everyone's nerves every once in a while, but if you don't want to be around those people and you feel like they're just kind of bringing your vibe down and they're sapping your energy and everything, they're not really your friend. If you're always looking for excuses to avoid them, they're not your friend. Okay? If they're talking about you behind your back, they're not your friend. All right, so I'm just letting you guys know that, and I love you all, and thank you so much for watching. And if you would not mind, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and tell your friends, like your real friends, about me. And if you like my show, I'd really appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed evening. Good night.